The laws of physics seem to be compatible with time machines.
Artists have predicted a modern astronaut was Aldrin, almost 900 years before
a device that looks like a phone from the future.
Time travel has always been a popular subject in science fiction, but what if it's real? Join us as we examine the evidence of 10 photos that could prove time travel is more than just a fictional idea for books and movies. Number 1. Flip phone at the 1962 World Cup. At the 1962 World Cup final in Chile, where Brazil achieved victory against Czechoslovakia, a strange figure was spotted using a flip phone to take a picture. In the midst of the celebration, with Brazil's captain Mauro Ramos jubilantly lifting the trophy, an individual among the crowd of reporters and photographers appears to be holding an object remarkably similar to a modern flip phone. This peculiar observation led some football fans and conspiracy theorists to speculate about the presence of a time traveler at this historic event. Flip phones, however, were not introduced until 1996, with Motorola's release of the StarTAC, making the sight of such a device in 1962 very strange. Number 2. Rudolph Fentz story. In 1950, New York City was the backdrop for a shocking incident involving a man who appeared out of place and time. Dressed in 19th century clothing, he was found confused in the crowded environment of Times Square, looking at the modern surroundings before tragically meeting his end under the wheels of a cab. The man, identified as Rudolph Fentz, carried possessions that seemed to belong to another era, such as coins, currency, and personal items from businesses long extinct in New York, including a letter dated 1876. His clothing, too, was markedly outdated, with labels from unknown tailors and stores that had long since disappeared. This appearance sparked a mystery that the New York City Police Department investigated. However, they found more questions than answers. No records of Rudolph Fentz existed in contemporary directories, and his fingerprints matched none on file. The twist in the tale came when an investigation into the past revealed a missing persons report from 1876 for a Rudolph Fentz, whose description matched that of the mysterious man. This startling connection between past and present led some to wonder if Fentz had somehow traveled through time, from the 19th century to the 20th. Number 3. Modern machinery in ancient Egyptian hieroglyphs. In the ancient Setians Temple in Abydos, Egypt, a discovery has made many believe ancient Egyptians were visited by time travelers. Carved into the age-old walls are hieroglyphs that bear a resemblance to modern-day aircraft, including what looks strikingly similar to a helicopter and a fixed-wing plane. The so-called helicopter hieroglyphs were initially made during the reign of Seti and later modified in the era of Ramesses II. The precision of the carvings continues to puzzle many, and the hieroglyphs remain a subject of fascination and debate. Number 4. Andrew Carlson's financial miracle. In 2003, Andrew Carlson turned $800 into $350 million supposedly through the power of time travel. His strange ability to predict market movements with perfect accuracy drew the attention of the FBI, who suspected insider trading. Yet when questioned, Carlson offered an extraordinary explanation. He claimed to have traveled back in time from the year 2256, armed with future market insights. Despite his calm demeanor and the lack of any historical record of his existence, authorities were skeptical of Carlson's time travel claim. His detailed foreknowledge of corporate mergers and market shifts, which should have been confidential, remained unexplained. The FBI's investigation into his background only deepened the mystery, as they found no evidence of his identity or origins prior to his sudden appearance on the financial scene. After a month in custody, an anonymous benefactor posted a $1 million bail. Shortly thereafter, Carlson vanished without a trace. Number 5. Smartphone in 1860s painting. In the 1860 painting The Expected One by Ferdinand Georg Waldmüller, a woman seems to be using what looks like a modern smartphone. The artwork, crafted over 160 years ago, depicts the woman strolling through a picturesque landscape, approaching a man hidden amongst the foliage who is holding a pink flower. Through modern eyes, it's easy to mistake her focused attention for that of someone scrolling through a phone. Number 6. The Hipster of 1941. A photograph taken in 1941 shows a hipster who could be a time traveler because of his clothes. The photograph is from the Bralorne Pioneer Museum's collection, part of the Their Past Lives Here exhibition on the Virtual Museum of Canada website. The image, taken in November 1941 during the reopening of the South Fork Bridge in Goldbridge, British Columbia, features a crowd with one individual standing out remarkably. This man, quickly dubbed the hipster due to his seemingly modern attire, sparked widespread speculation and debate over the possibility of time travel. The man in question is seen wearing sunglasses, a garment resembling a printed t-shirt, and holding what appears to be a compact camera, all items that seem oddly out of place in a mid-20th century setting. Number 7. Charlie Chaplin's time traveler. An Irish filmmaker, George Clark, stumbled upon what he believes could be evidence of time travel while viewing the DVD extras of Charlie Chaplin's 1928 film, The Circus. Clark noticed a strange scene featuring a person who appears to be talking into a device resembling a modern mobile phone, decades before such technology was invented. The most grounded explanation suggests the person might be using a carbon-amplified hearing aid, a bulky device from the era that required users to hold it close to their face, similar to a cell phone. This theory aligns with the technological capabilities of the time, given that Siemens owned such a hearing aid in 1924. Number 8. Edward's claim of future Los Angeles underwater. A man known only as Edward claims that he has journeyed to the future and returned with photographic proof that Los Angeles will be submerged underwater by the year 5000. According to Edward, his time travel adventure began in 2004, while he was working at a laboratory in Los Angeles, where he was part of a top-secret experiment that enabled him to leap forward in time. During an interview, Edward shared his experience. His identity was concealed for the interview, with both his face and voice disguised to protect his anonymity. He recounted standing on a vast wooden platform in the future, surrounded by wooden structures that he later recognized as the flooded remnants of Los Angeles. Edward described the scene as post-apocalyptic, a result of catastrophic floods caused by global warming. To support his claims, Edward presented a photograph during the interview, which he claims to have taken in the year 5000 using a camera brought along on his time-traveling expedition. The image supposedly shows the city of Los Angeles deep underwater, with society adapting to life on the water. Number 9. Large Hadron Collider. The Large Hadron Collider could be a method for time travel in the near future. According to a physics professor, Thomas Weiler, and his colleague Cui-Man Ho, the Large Hadron Collider's high-energy collisions might create conditions conducive to sending matter backwards in time. Weiler and Ho suggest that alongside the Higgs boson, the collider might generate a secondary particle known as the Higgs singlet. Unlike other particles, these singlets could possess the unique ability to leap into an extra fifth dimension, allowing them to move through time and reappear in either the past or the future. This theory presents a form of time travel that is more scientific and achievable in nature. Number 10. Greek statue holding a laptop. An ancient Greek statue titled Grave Niskos of an enthroned woman with an attendant has ignited discussions about time travel due to its peculiar depiction. The marble piece, standing at 37 inches and dating back to around 1000 BC, showcases a woman using an object that strikingly resembles a modern laptop. The object is shown with two surfaces joined at a right angle. Adding to the intrigue, the statue features what appear to be two holes on the side of the object, leading some to speculate about their similarity to USB ports or headphone jacks. This detail has fueled theories suggesting that the statue is evidence of time travel or advanced ancient technology.